I'm going to make a different molding. This one fits all right. That's the one I made before. But I want to make it just slightly wider in the center and taper it down to that size. That way I think it'll look a little bit better. It'll flow with the bumper. And I'm only talking about the distance, 1/16 of an inch, like these slats are spaced. These are 1/16 inch wider than the ends. The other reason I want to do it is I'd like to have just a small lip on the bottom side where this can push up against. So it's nice and straight all the time. It's kind of hooked on the edge of that. So I made two pieces. I bent them on about a 45, same angle as this. And then I drilled my holes in it. And I cut the ends so they fit. So now I'll just bolt that on there for now. Get it lined up good, and then I'll tack it in the center. And I'll tack these nuts on the face of it there, so when I'm done, that's what will hold it in place. I'll tack each one of these, then I'll cut these studs off so they're just past the nut. And when I put my molding on there, everything will be the right length, and I'll have my backing in there, my threads in there. Eventually I'm going to trim this bottom piece off, or this bottom lip. I only want that to hang over about 1/8 inch probably. Right now I got it 3/8 just to give me some nice base to start with. So I'll tighten these down. My miter fits really good there in the center. I just snug these up so they don't move. Now I'm going to weld that seam right there, and then I'll tack each one of those, and then I'll be back. You can see I made it wider here on the face than what I need. That'll end up being trimmed down somewhere in that area when I'm done. So I decided to make that a little bit wider than what I had originally. So I bent a new piece, put the 45 on it, and I got a mark here. Hopefully you can see that. I'm going to make it a little bit more of a taper on the face for that hood molding. So now I'm using my bent shears here to cut it. As I said before, these work really, really good. They cut. And I can swivel it around. If I need to, got a long piece or something like that, I can turn the shears, because I just got them loosely clamped instead of bolting them fast to the table. So I'm cutting it, trying to get it right on the line, get her nice and straight. I always have a little scrap pile. I always try to throw all my scrap in a trash. Don't want it laying around so much. So now I got that cut. I'm just going to touch it up with that table sander before I roll it. So now I'll take it in and roll it with the bead roller. Again, I got my half round die in it, which I use a lot. So I'll run a couple passes across that. I want my roll to go down this way, so I want to make sure I put it in the machine right. Couple passes. One more. Okay, got a nice radius or a nice curve on that end as well. So I'll touch it up with my T dolly. Made it a little extra long because the edge it's hard to get that final little end. Sometimes it doesn't want to roll quite right, it gets curved or whatever. Okay. I'm going to put this back through the brake and just bend it just slightly more so it's got a little spring to it, a little more than what I need. So remember my mark here. I'm going to go just a little bit longer on that. There. That give me just a little, it tightens up both ends a little bit better. So I got this piece in, or just sitting on there. I use magnets a lot. Those will just come in real handy for this kind of stuff. So here's my other one. So I'll tweak that a little bit, cut the ends, get those two miters fitting, and then I'll be back. So I got it all tacked in place. Now I'm going to pull it off and finish welding it on the bench. Clamped in place. Go ahead and start welding the top. Clamp it down to keep it from twisting around. It shouldn't twist too much. There's so many bends and rolls in this piece. do about the same as what I did on the other. This under hood, the piece in the front of the hood, about an inch spaced out down through there. And cool it off. Go back and do it again. Won't take long to weld that piece.
That's what it look like. Not that long. Keep working on it. Maybe take another 10 minutes and I'll have that side welded. I'll flip it over on the other side and start grinding. I'll show you.
So that's what the welds look like. About that long. Keep working on it, and probably take me another 10 minutes and I'll have that side welded. I'll flip it over, weld the other side, and start grinding. I'll show you in a little bit.